So the next thing is here in the second challenge where you got some string handling. So here, just so you can see that you got it working, I've got a page that takes a login. And this one here, when you log in, it sends it over HTTP instead of HTTPS, and it puts the username and password right up there in the URL, which is not a best practice, but it makes a simple way to give you something so you can get a flag. So all you have to do is have the right username and password up there to make it. So for this one, you can use the same technique we've already done. You just have to correctly make this response. So that's a small variation of what we've done before, but what we want to do is move towards varying this string in a programmatic way. So here, you're going to change the password and from 0 through 9 in a loop to try all possible passwords until you get in. And in order to do that, you have to modify a string, and that's where things get strange again. So if you go here, they explain the various verbs, and the part that explains string varying is move. So let me get down to move. Okay, move copies data from source to destination. And so what you do is you can move this to there and there. You can move a string into other strings. And that's how you combine strings together. It is strange. And so here you got WS address, which has got 123 India 11223, and it has built that out of several pieces. So here's 123, here's India, and here's 11233. So you move it to these three string objects, and then you print that string object, and you have defined it here. Notice the numbers. So you define an address in item 1, and then at 555, these are sub-items of the address. So this whole thing is like a data structure in C++. You have defined an object called address1, and it contains three sub-objects which go together here. So it's a little screwy syntax, and that's how you make a string where you can vary things. So that's how you can do a brute force attack programmatically. And there's a variety of ones here. So first you try passwords from 0 to 9, then you try passwords from A through Z, and then you can start taking input. For that, you just do accept, and it will take keyboard input and put it in name, and name is a variable you defined up in your working storage section. So you can read in a name, and then it'll print it back at you. And so once you have all those pieces, you can now make a program that will take input from the user and then feed it to another program. So you can now play a game like this. I got Marco Polo. So I say Marco, and you're supposed to, now in the game kids play, you would say Polo, and it got the username and password correct, but the wrong user agent. So that's a simple game where you repeat a word. And so here, you're going to do challenge response. And you can do this one. I say this, so you're supposed to just repeat it back. And if you do, I did make it within 7 seconds, but I don't get the flag because I'm using a browser and not COBOL. And it detects that by the user agent. So I can return that, I can respond to that quickly enough, but I need to make a COBOL program that will send it with the correct user agent of COBOL. And then you'll get a flag. So that's fine. And in a later challenge, you have to do it in 3 seconds. You have to automatically make a program that will take the input and parse it and find the string to return and automatically create the correct request to respond quickly. So those are just things that give you practice in input from and processing input and combining strings. So let me save this one.